Hi everybody, I'm Donna Terrell with another segment of Terrell Talk. This is a program where I interview people in the community that I find interesting. It's also a chance for you to get to know more about them. And this time I'm talking to the Honorable Shirley Washington, Mayor of Pine Bluff. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, Donna. It's a pleasure.
It's really nice to have you in our studio. You know, a lot of folks are talking about issue 4, the casino amendment. And I'm wondering, first of all, where you stand, because if it passes, this will impact the city of Pine Bluff. It will bring a casino to Pine Bluff. How do you feel about that?
Right now, I'm happy that it's on the ballot and the voters are making that decision. It's a decision that I did not have to make. So I'm going to respect the voters' choice. Once that decision is made, when we get the results from this election, we'll move forward. When I look at this initiative, I see the positive side of it, and I also see the negative side of it.
Let's talk about the positive first. What do you see in terms of the positive?
Well, we need the revenue. We need the tax revenue to build our city, to build our community. We need the jobs. I see the jobs coming in. And then I see it making Pine Bluff a destination city. Because as we work with some of the projects that we already have in place with Go Forward Pine Bluff and the things the city is doing as a whole, we're trying to bring people into our community. And this initiative, if it passes, that will happen. Okay. And so if we couple that with the other projects that we have going to build our community, we think it can be a win-win for the city. Mm-hmm.
The negative side on it, I think I know what you're going to say.
At the same time, I can see where casinos can be devastating to communities, to families, the addictions that might occur. So we will just have to make sure we do our best to do it right, to educate our people as best we can, to encourage them to take advantage of the jobs, to go there, to have fun, if that's what they choose to do, but yet not to lose your livelihood there.
Do you think, though, if it does pass and you guys end up getting a casino, do you think it'll be necessary to have some programs in place to help people with addiction, with gambling, and just different things like that? Most
definitely. I do. Mm-hmm. That's something that we're looking at, that we're talking about how we'll make that happen if this initiative does pass. Okay, I think that will be a must.
That's the bottom line, if it passes, because we won't know until November 6th when the voters vote, but we'll be watching, obviously, and we're going to want to talk to you after it passes. If it does pass, we'll want to talk to you. What's being done, though, in general, in terms of economic development? Because even if you were to get a casino, you can't just hang your hat on that one entity. There has to be other things that would be a fueling force to get people jobs, to motivate people. You said, you know, to make Pine Bluff a destination city. What kind of things are being done economically?
Right now, we have a lot of businesses opening downtown. They're beginning to open one by one. We have entrepreneurs coming in. We do have jobs in our industrial park area, and we have an economic development district that keeps that alive and floating.
So you have jobs coming in through that entity, which
yes.
A lot of people aren't really familiar with, I think. You know, a lot of people, I didn't know about this.
The economic development? Mm-hmm. Well, we have jobs in our industrial park area
that's what
with
I'm
the industries that we have out there. And I think most of the people in our community know about that, but okay. The director and I are working on a directory now, a job directory, letting people know where these jobs are and how many openings there are at the different factories and plants there in our mm-hmm. community. Because sometimes those are advertised in the newspaper, but everybody doesn't take the newspaper.
Well, that's true. So is there a website? Is there somewhere where people can go so they can get this information?
That's what we're creating. And there are some websites, but then we also have people who don't use the web, who are not on the internet, don't have access. So we're doing everything that we can to get that word out there to our people, that the jobs are there, that there is work and there will be more work in our community as we move our city forward.
You know, and you touched on the downtown area. I know there's a coffee shop, Indigo Blue. There's right next door, there's a cake store.
Miss Margaret's.
Yes, and so that entire block, in fact, it's a historical area, which I know people in Pine Bluff are aware of that, but a lot of people don't realize the history in that city.
Right, and there is a rich history in Pine Bluff. You know, that's the Barracue Street entrance area, and when we do our streetscape project, that's going to really show showcase and highlight that historical district. It will start as you come off of the Martha Mitchell Expressway down Walnut Street, and then you'll turn left onto Barricue Street down to Main Street.
Okay.
And we have other businesses, a brewery, some other businesses that will be coming into that corridor.
That's good to hear. There is movement going on at Pine
Yes,
Bluff.
indeed.
And we're going to talk more about that in just a minute. We're going to take a little break, and we will be back with more of Terrell Talk.